All right, we're good to go. Okay, before we deep dive into the details of the product of today, it is important to take a moment to review some key disclaimers. LifeWave products are designed for general wellness and are intended to help maintain and encourage a healthy lifestyle. But note that the information that I am providing today during this session, even by LifeWave in general, is meant to be educational and informative, and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. So I strongly encourage you to consult with your physician or a qualified healthcare provider before starting any new health regimen, diet, or fitness program. So it is important to follow any medical advice you have received and not to delay seeking medical help if needed. Lastly, just be aware that LifeWave reserves the right to change product prices and selection as necessary. Hey, why Aeon? If you are familiar with YH Aeon, you will know that it is a product that is designed to reduce stress, manage inflammation, and keep you calm and relaxed. But it can do more than that. As you can see here on the slides, it helps you by balancing or rebalancing your body. We are human. Every one of us deal with some level of stress on a daily basis. So when it comes to stress, our body goes into a spectrum of two different modes. One is sympathetic, that means the mode of fight, and parasympathetic, mode of relaxation. For our LifeWave Aeon patch, after you applied it, it can have almost immediately an immediate effect. So regardless of which mood your body is in, whether it's in the state of deep relaxation, meaning the parasympathetic, or the state of agitation, meaning the sympathetic mode of flight, Aeon patches can help your body achieve a state of balance. I will talk more about the rebalancing effects by Aeon patches later in the later slides. Now, before we deep dive into the Aeon patch as a product, let us all understand more about stress and inflammation. Now, did you know that queen bees can live up to 60 times longer than worker bees? So what makes her different from the worker bees is not her genetics, but is her diet. So queen bees are fed royal jelly throughout their lives. So royal jelly is rich in nutrients, and it has a special peptide that promotes longevity and stress resistance. So we humans, we produce these peptides in the liver, but the production of this peptide declines when we reach the age of 30 and above. Actually very young. So stress affects us in different ways, and it also affects every single part of our body, regardless, doesn't matter it's physically, emotionally, or mentally. And studies showed that 43% of all adults suffer adverse health effects from stress. 70% of the people experience physical and mental symptoms of stress. But not all stress is bad. I can give you a few examples here. So for good stress, exercise is a good stress. It can help strengthen your body by improving your cardiovascular health, by increasing your muscle mass. The second example of good stress is fasting. So fasting can help in fat loss and detoxification. And on the other hand, bad stress coming from For example, financial burden or the passing of your loved ones. This type of stress can have a huge physiological effect on the body and biochemical changes in the body. I'll talk about this in detail in the later slide. And bad stress includes emotional stress, such as anger and sadness. Long-term work stress can also speed up aging. It can lead to hair loss and weight gain. And being too relaxed can also be a bad thing because it suppresses your immune system. So here I have included the link to the reference called Stress Effects on the Body, which talks about how stress can have negative impact on every system of your body. Okay, I want to take anger as an example to explain how stress because anger is also an emotional stress, right? How this emotional stress affect our body physiologically. So the first spark of anger activates the amygdala before you're even aware of it. The amygdala is the component in your brain that's involved in emotional processing, memory, and behavior. Then the amygdala activates the hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus is like a control center in your brain for many physiological processes. These hypothalamus, it helps ensure the body's internal environment to make sure that it remains stable, and it helps respond to external changes and demands. Oops, sorry. Then the hypothalamus signals the pituitary gland by releasing CRH, corticotropin releasing hormone. It is a peptide hormone involved in stress response. So the pituitary gland is a gland that's located at the base of your brain, and it is its role is to regulate many of the body's critical functions, including growth, metabolism, reproduction, and water balance. Now, this pituitary gland, it will then activate the adrenal glands by releasing ACTH. Let me try to pronounce it. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. Okay, I think I did okay. So, and then these peptide hormone, right, will trigger the adrenal glands to release stress-related hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline. Cortisols, these are stress hormones, right? So cortisol, it plays a very important role in the body's response to stress because it helps regulate different types of physiological processes. Whereas adrenaline, also a type of stress hormone, it is part of the body's stress response system, often referred to as the fight or flight response. Lastly, the noradrenaline, it works closely with adrenaline in the stress response, but it has some distinct functions. So how does anger change your brain? First, the increased level of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, it causes neurons to accept too much calcium through their membrane. When there's a calcium overload, that will lead to the cells fire too frequently and die. So that means that when there's when there's too much cortisol, can also decrease serotonin. That's what we call the happy hormone. And when there's a decrease in serotonin, the happy hormone, it can make you feel anger and pain more easily, as well as increase any aggressive behavior, and it may lead to depression as well. So earlier, I mentioned that stress affects every part of your body, right? And here are some of the signs of how stress hormones affect your body physiologically. Let's take cardiovascular system, for example. So when you're under a lot of stress, your heart rate, blood pressure, arterial tension, blood glucose level, blood fatty acid levels all go up. So you will then experience physical symptoms such as headache, fatigue, neck tension, even some digestive issue. So people may get like tummy upset, right, when you're under a lot of stress. So what I'm trying to say is we all have days when we don't eat well or we don't sleep enough. But what we should do is to look out for patterns. Like how often do you experience these kind of symptoms? How intense is your pain, and etc. If they become a regular thing, or it persists for a while, for cardiovascular related symptoms, if they become chronic, so the blood vessels will become clogged and damaged. So these can lead to stroke and heart attack. So it is important that we always manage our stress level and don't just dismiss it if you experience any chronic symptoms like what I mentioned earlier. So besides the cardiovascular system related responses, we have other systems like the immune system, even your digestive system, and so on. In one product webinar by David Smith, he mentioned that one way to mitigate stress is to adopt an attitude of love towards other. The emotion of love is perhaps the greatest stress reliever that's ever existed. Studies have shown that when people are in a state of anger, they generate inflammation and oxidative stress in their body, which will cause damaged cells. It can also worsen your immune system. So on the other hand, when people are in the state of love, their body will produce a hormone called oxytocin, or what we call the love hormone. It will have the opposite effects of stress. It will help regenerate tissues in the body. I will show you the visual of this later. So it help regenerate tissues in the body, and that will give you the benefits of reduced risk of heart disease, lower blood pressure, improved immune health, faster recovery from illness, and you also live longer. So this is the visual comparison of a group of muscle tissues. As you can see here, when the old tissues are injected with oxytocin, it quickly rejuvenates the old tissues, making them behaving like the young tissues here. So you look at the first image and the last image is almost quite similar, right? I spend a lot of time talking about the problem with stress. Now, the question is, what are we going to do about it? David Smith always says this, like the first thing is form a good foundation. Make sure you get enough sleep, you stay hydrated. Sorry. You stay hydrated, have a healthy diet, and get regular exercise. Exercise is a very effective and healthy stress reliever. Of course, you can always speak with your healthcare practitioners if you want any guidance on how to get started on making sure that you have a good foundation from all these different aspects: sleep, hydration, diet, and physical activities. So beyond all that, there are simple and natural interventions that you can get your stress under control. A lot of us actually have a magnesium deficiency. In here, I included a study on the relationship between magnesium and stress. Just to let you know that there are different forms of magnesium. The preferred magnesium supplements that David Smith recommended are magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate, magnesium taurate, and magnesium threonate. But if you want to obtain magnesium from the food sources, here's the list that I included that are rich in magnesium. So these are food that you can find at your local grocery store. You have tofu, salmon, banana, broccoli, almonds, roasted sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, black beans, and avocado. I also included some the contain, I'll say the grammage of magnesium that you can get from these food sources. Now, let's talk about the approach of LifeWave patches towards pain relief. Just now I mentioned that inflammation in your body increases if you're dealing with a lot of stress. Pain can be a result of energy blockage. So when the energy flow is blocked, it can lead to physical, emotional, and mental imbalances. So it is important to note that energy blockages can manifest differently in different individuals. So for some people, it may turn into a physical pain or discomfort, while for others, it may turn into emotional or mental distress. So what LifeWave's Aeon patch can do is it will help increase the energy in your cells, and then it increases the tissue conductivity. And with the improved tissue conductivity, it increases the energy flow. So the cell will begin to behave like younger cells because they are all charged up with energy. So here is a study on the correlation between potassium and anti-inflammation and pain relief for rheumatoid arthritis, what we simply call RA. What is RA? RA is a chronic inflammatory disorder that mainly affects your joints, right? Joints. And it is an autoimmune disease, meaning the body's immune system mistakenly attacks its own tissues. So this study shows that sufficient potassium intake can have anti-inflammatory and pain relieving effects as part of a balanced diet. So these properties can benefit symptoms management of RA. So we talk about potassium as part of the healthy diet. The mineral, this potassium can help reduce inflammation and pain, right? You can change your diet by increasing potential intake, or maybe talk to your doctor whether you need potassium supplementation or not. But I just want to include here, if you wanna obtain potassium through food sources, We have dry fruits, potatoes, bananas, spinach, tomatoes, avocados. So these are food that you can get potassium naturally. A 2015 study confirmed that YH Aeon patches produce a relaxing effect as soon as 20 minutes after placement. And the patches do this by making the autonomic nervous system work better. I included here some of the other findings of clinical studies on how Aeon patches can be beneficial in pain relief and relaxation. The first one, we have Dr. Homer. He has proven that YH Aeon patches can improve the physiological functional status of 7 organs as measured by an EIS, and the improvement in organ function is supportive of an anti-aging claim. And Dr. Dean Clark discovered that the results of the medical infrared measurements proved that there was a rebalancing of the autonomic nervous system. The pain levels also reveal a consistent decrease with the application of YH Aeon patches. So I will show you some visual examples about this in the next slide. Remember when we talk about rebalancing our body using Aeon patches very, very early on? You will see it later. Then lastly, we have Dr. Thomas and his team. They provided evidence that stimulation of acupuncture points, CV6, that's below the belly button, and CV17 is on the chest, right? By YH Aeon patches, it has a physiological effect on the body of increasing parasympathetic activity of the autonomic nervous system as evidenced as the electrocardiogram. Okay, now let me show you some examples, visual examples, right? So these are some medical infrared imaging extracted from the clinical studies. Just a little bit of context on the color mapping. So blue and green colors represent lower temperatures, while yellow, orange, and red represent higher temperatures. So when a part of the body is inflamed, there is an increased blood flow to that area as the body responds to injury or infection, because your body is very smart. It's trying to heal that inflamed area or the infected area. So these increase the blood flow, and this increased blood flow will also increase the temperature of the inflamed area. So as you can see from the first 2 sets of the images, you can obviously tell that there is a reduction of inflammation of the horse before and after, and the human body, right? Actually the red area reduced like significantly, the red and orange. And remember, I said that Aeon can help your body achieve a state of balance, right? So this is evident in the last image where the patches help normalize the body heat distribution. So the circulation was impaired, and I can't tell what animal this is, but after 20 minutes, the heat distribution is normalized. Amazing, right? Okay, when it comes to pain relief, it depends on which stage or intensity of pain you are experiencing. Pain often comes on inflammation, but it's not the only source of pain. Pain can also result from other causes such as nerve damage, muscle pull, or even psychological factors. So if you're having some sort of chronic pain, I always want to emphasize this: get your foundation right with healthy diet, exercise, sufficient sleep. So if the pain persists, if it's still ongoing, you can add on LifeWave patches for immediate pain relief. You can also apply Aeon to increase SOD, the superoxide dismutase. This is to help reduce inflammation. And glutathione and carnosine patches are great in elevating the level of antioxidant in your body, and that can also help reduce exercise-related pain. I want to emphasize a bit more on glutathione because glutathione is a master antioxidant. My father has sciatica. Yeah, sciatica. So he always complains about the pain in his lower back. And when I asked him to try glutathione, I first asked him to patch it below his belly button. And one time he was just sitting down for too long, and then he suddenly had this lower back pain. And I don't know what got into him. He just shifted the glutathione patch from below his belly button to his lower back. And he told me, like, within just minutes, the pain reduced for him. So at least it works for him. And then last but not least, daily use of X39 patches can also help elevate the level of GHK copper peptide, which in turn reduce oxidative stress and manage inflammation as well as pain. So if you are still unsure after trying out all these tips, please consult with your doctor to find out the root cause of the pain. That's always my advice. Now, all in all, YH Aeon is clinically proven to reduce stress in the body, promote relaxation, calm discomfort, and ease tension while supporting a healthy inflammatory response in your body. Now, how do our LifeWave patches work? So your body releases heat in the form of infrared light. So our patches trap this infrared light and reflect very specific wavelengths back to through your skin into your body. So this signals the body to produce health benefits unique to each LifeWave patch. Okay, step 1. Apply a patch to a specific point on the body. For Aeon patches, I will show you the recommended points later. Step 2. Activated by body heat, the patch reflects wavelengths of light in the infrared spectrums. Lastly, the use of specific wavelengths of light stimulates cellular activity and the production of peptides beneficial to the body. Okay, so these are the recommended acupressure points to apply YH Aeon patches. And make sure you drink a lot of water. Let me take a sip of my water first because I'm a bit thirsty. Okay, why? Because hydration improves the flow of electricity in your body known as biocurrents. These biocurrents, they circulate continuously to help the body's nervous system transmit electrical signals throughout the body. If you're not keeping yourself hydrated, the conduction of electricity in the body will reduce, and that will result in less energy flow throughout the body. So ensuring that you're drinking a lot of water each day, that can help support the patch usage. That can also support your overall body wellness as well. So what we always suggest people to do is apply the patch to clean and dry skin. Actually, Aeon, you can use it in the morning or at night. You can patch it for up to 12 hours before you remove it. If you want to be practical, you can apply Aeon patch on any point where you feel the most tension. Let me share with you my recent personal testimonials. I went to a K-pop concert last Saturday, and I got myself a ticket to be in the standing zone. So imagine standing, dancing and jumping on your feet for 4 hours. So barely halfway through the concert, my lower back and my feet started to feel sore and they were aching so bad. So by the end of the concert, right, my lower back and feet hurt very bad. So as soon as I got home, I took a shower. I applied an Aeon patch in the middle of my lower back. So within just minutes, the pain just went away. That also lasts until I remove it the next day, and the pain did not come back at all. So that's how amazing Aeon patches are. Okay, so how can you maximize the benefits with this combo for better synergistic effects? So this combo, X39 and Aeon, you can patch X39 at the back of your neck during the day for up to 12 hours. If you're unfamiliar with X39, it is our hero product. So S39 patch is designed to elevate the GHA copper peptide in your body to support the health of stem cells. And it is clinically proven to enhance overall vitality and wellness. Then at night, you can replace it with Aeon, which is clinically proven to reduce stress in the body. It also promotes relaxation. Now, I want to share. I want you to imagine this. There's an analogy for how this combo works. Imagine a house is on fire and there are people trapped in there. So it is important for the firefighters to put out the fire first before the paramedics can help the victims with any burn injuries. So very similar, stem cells are drawn to the site of inflammation to heal the damaged tissues. But if the inflammation is unmanaged, the inflammation can also kill stem cells. So to allow the stem cells survive longer and to differentiate which cells to repair, we must first reduce the inflammation. And in this case, Aeon is to reduce inflammation, while X39 is to support healthy stem cells and the repair. Can you get the picture? Okay, besides that, you can also maximize the benefits of the entire YH system kit. If you use Aeon, carnosine, and glutathione together, they can help you relax, reduce stress, for flexibility promotion and strength improvement that comes from carnosine. And for improvement in your skin's appearance and overall immune system, that comes from the glutathione. So what I shared earlier was kind of a summarized version on Aeon. But if you want to know more information, you can go to YouTube and look for LifeWave Health channel, where you can find all these additional feel free to unmute yourself if you have any questions. Charles, where should I paste the patch for eczema case? For eczema, I would suggest X39 actually, X39 and glutathione. So X39 on the back of your neck, glutathione, you can patch it below your belly button. Moon, is better drink water first or patch first? That depends when you patch it, but always stay hydrated throughout the day lah. We always advise people after you patch, just make sure you drink a lot of water. Kim Tan, can we apply the combo all at the same time? Yes, you can. You can patch all sorts of different LifeWave patches at the same time at those spots or the acupressure points that I showed earlier, or in the user manual that you get when you purchase our products. Just make sure that you don't how would I stack it. So let's say if you have X39 on the back of your neck, I know X49 you can also patch it on the back of your neck, but you can change it to, let's say, below the belly button. Is there any healing crisis for this? Leong, it depends individually. Some people may feel some discomfort when they first started using our patches, but that's totally normal. But we always advise people to if you get too uncomfortable, then perhaps you should just stop it. But usually the body will tend to adapt to the patches at the very beginning, so it's normal. If too much stress, can use 2 Aeon instead of 1. Yes, you can. Siva Balan, which patch do you put in the morning? X39 or YH Aeon? For me, it's X39 in the morning, YH Aeon at night. Charles, first question, sorry. Need to put the USB on the patch? Can you explain that? How many times can we reuse it? We don't recommend people to reuse the patches. After you use it for 12 hours, you have to remove it. I thought we were told to patch Aeon only at the lower back. Your picture showed same place as 39. Same place as 39 because X39 to be patched during the day for 12 hours and then at night before you go to sleep for another 12 hours.
Actually, the bit I'm referring to when we open the packet, there's a plastic bag of white beads. And
You
then
mean the
on
seal, the white seal at the back?
yes. We are given, according to the instruction, we are given a packet of beads, white beads. And then instructions say that we have to put the bead on the white patch behind it.
Oh, okay. Usually we just remove the seal, the white seal on the patch, and then we just patch it on the designated locations.
Oh.
Mm.
At first I thought so, but then when they read instruction again, they say that first step is to put the bead on the white patch, then paste on then patch it.
No, that's not necessary. Yeah.
Okay.
But thanks for your question, Charles. Lai Yin, for rotator cuff issue, can Aeon help? Lai Yin, can you educate me a little bit? What is rotator cuff? Sorry, I'm not a doctor, so I won't know all these terms. Is it a condition that can make the the person with rotator cuff experience pain, some level of pain?
Can you hear me? I've unmute myself.
Yes. Is this Lai Yin?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Hi.
Yeah, this rotator cuff issue, I think many people always mistaken it for frozen shoulder. The symptoms are quite like frozen shoulder. This could be a tear, in the rotator cuff there. So it could be due to exercise, or it could be due to what you call heavy work, we carry heavy thing. So it can be a tear at the rotator cuff, is at the shoulder there actually. So I've been suffering from this rotator cuff. In fact, actually, I've done surgery as well. But
Oh,
then
okay.
still, it helps only for the first 3 months, the surgery. It's not really a surgery, it's a procedure where they just, they just put the needle in and inject certain liquid into both my shoulders. And each side actually costs 20,000
Oh,
just to do
wow.
that. But then it did not help. So I've been trying to use Aeon LifeWave, and the pain is still actually there.
Ah, okay. Have you tried X39?
Yeah,
Because
every day I use X39.
for how long already?
I've been using since last year, October.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because I'm not sure, because if from your description, I would recommend X39 to help repair. Maybe you can also add on carnosine, because carnosine can also help with tissue repairs.
So where do I put the carnosine? Where do I patch
Oh,
it?
good question. Carnosine. Wait, I need to find my user manual. Too many spots to remember.
You can put your carnosine right. You can put your carnosine right on the spot of your pain.
Yeah, I think
because
so
that's
too.
where it heals your area of injury.
One patch each.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'll try that.
Okay.
Carnosine, right? Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Dr. Tim.
No problem.
Okay, Chung, how do you know if you require glutathione or carnosine in addition to the dual combo? Hey, what I would recommend here is for new users, I would recommend the combo of X39 and Aeon for the first at least 2 to 3 months. And glutathione and carnosine, it depends on your health needs. So if you think that you need to elevate the antioxidant, or you want to do a lot of detoxification, then you can add on glutathione later on. Carnosine, like I mentioned earlier, tissue repair. It can also promote flexibility and strength and stamina. I think that helps people who are in the fitness field, or they are athletes. That also depends on whether you can afford additional products or not. But as a start, I always recommend Exodena and Aeon lah. All right, thank you, Moon. Jude, I put Aeon on each hand when my business partner hand starts getting itch from eczema. The itchiness stopped almost immediately. He had a good sleep after that. Oh, that's very good to know. I guess that helps reduce the inflammation from the eczema. Radiantly, what's good for asthma? Oh, I have no answer for this one. Dr. Tim, can you help?
Yeah, you can put EE on the front, LU1, white on the right,
Chest?
tan on the left.
On the chest, you mean the
On the
here?
chest, yes. LU1 is the front on the two sides of your shoulders.
Okay. Right, minimum amount of water to drink sivabalan. That depends on your body weight, your gender, and your lifestyle. I'm not sure that answers your question, but if you are someone who has higher body weight, it's at least drink at least half. I should not say that, but yeah, it depends on how heavy you weigh and your lifestyle, whether you are you exercise a lot. And usually male or men require more water intake than women. Even I personally, I drink at least 2.5 liters of water a day. All right, thank you, David. See you next time. Radiance, glutathione or carnosine to be used in the day or night? I personally use it during the day for both glutathione and carnosine. Actually, carnosine you don't have to patch every day. It's only 1 to 3 days a week. Does age factors contribute whether newbies start with LifeWave patches, especially during a hearing crisis? We recommend people 18 years old and above for our patches.
Shirley, sorry, I have a
Oh, yes,
question.
yes, what's this?
Sorry. This is with regards to the glutathione and the carnosine. So both of these patches should only be used for like a maximum of 3 days, and then after that to stop, and then to go back to X39.
Oh no, you can use it concurrent with X39. The glutathione you can use it 5 to 7 days a week, depending on your body needs. So, for example, if you travel a lot, like if you take flights a lot, I would recommend you can actually do 2 patches of glutathione when you're traveling. Because when you're traveling, you're exposed to a lot of free radicals. So you need high levels of antioxidants to reduce any oxidative stress in your body. So it really depends on your needs, okay? So for carnosine, it's recommended to patch carnosine 1 to 3 times a week. It's because there are two reasons for carnosine. Once you patch carnosine, let's say you patch it today, the carnosine level in your body will stay elevated for like the next 1 or 2 days. So you don't have to patch every day. And then secondly, why we recommend 1 to 3 times a week is because during the clinical studies done by LifeWave, the clinical studies suggests they were also asked to be patched 3 times a week. So it's based on the clinical studies. So that's why it's recommended that way. Does that
Okay, so 3 times a week is like consecutive 3 days and then you stop, or it should be like alternate days?
it's up to you. For me, carnosine, I will patch it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, is it?
Yeah. So glutathione you can patch every day. So it's really up to your body needs for glutathione.
Yeah, because the thing is, I did a DNA test, and my glutathione is at a high risk level of deficiency. So
Deficiency in
I don't
glutathione,
know
you mean?
exactly how I should handle that. Yeah.
Oh, you have glutathione deficiency, you said?
Yes, a high risk of it being at a lesser amount of glutathione.
Okay.
That means
You
I'm
can,
losing my glutathione.
I see, understood. So definitely use it every day. You can patch it every day and ask your doctor if there's a need for you to add on by taking oral supplements, glutathione.
Okay.
Mm.
Do I patch glutathione together with X39?
Yes, you can. It's better to glutathione patch works better with X39 patch. You know why? Because the glutathione patch, right? You can once you patch it, it can stay elevated for 24 hours. It can increase your glutathione level by 300% from your baseline. But if you want that elevation to be maintained, X39 can help maintain the level in your body.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. If that's the case, then do I actually have to take like glutathione, like the X39, like forever thing?
Forever, you mean?
Uh-huh.
It really depends on your body and your health. like I mentioned, LifeWave patches is only to help enhance your overall body health and wellness. But if you are experiencing some like critical conditions, definitely consult your doctor with that.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, just now I was asking about the asthma, right? So, okay, what is good then for respiratory issues?
What issue? Sorry, the what?
Respiratory, like with regard to lungs and all that, like having frequent coughs, flu.
Respiratory. Respiratory issues.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What was your question?
Which patch would be good for it?
Or
Or
it
just
depends.
the X39 and the Aeon should be sufficient
What
to
kind of
address
issues,
such
as
issue?
in, oh, is it because of like maybe like there's like lung damage, or are you talking about something like asthma?
Yeah, like having frequent coughs.
Having frequent cough. Okay, without knowing the root cause of the cough or consistent cough, I would recommend people to patch glutathione near the throat.
Okay.
Can try that if you want.
I don't know whether it's a reaction to the glutathione or something, but when I patched it the previous day at my throat area, towards the end, like maybe 10 hours or thereabout, the areas got a little bit reddish and it was a bit itchy.
Yeah, many people have feedback that to me as well. Even I personally experienced that. Like I'll get a burn, something like a burn mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so what I did was, I got a little bit frightened in case it got worse. So I actually peeled it off. And then I used it back today, like for 2 hours or so. And then I threw away the patch.
Oh, only 2 hours? Okay. Where do you usually patch your
Because
glutathione?
it's a leftover. I only just started actually.
I see.
I think that was my first day. Yeah. Because of, the promo pack.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can try patching glutathione on your foot, like between the big toe and the second toe.
Oh, okay.
Like here, try that. Yeah. Because I usually, last time when I first started patching glutathione, I patch it on my hand or even here on the inner forearm. So I also did get that burning mark like you mentioned. So I switched it to my foot, my right foot. I don't get that anymore. I don't get that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can try. I
Okay.
don't know whether it's because of the skin reaction to the glue. Yeah. I thought
Detoxification or something. I don't know.
I thought it was my skin sensitive issue.
Yeah, so did I. So, I got a bit worried, because I'm like patching all over because my skin is very sensitive. So sometimes if I patch too often below the belly button, I tend to sort of feel kind of discomfort, like, coming on the itch.
Because of
Then
the
I will
itch,
just
right?
remove it and then repatch above the belly button or something.
Okay, I can share with you a tip. I also have that. I also had that issue last time, like the redness and the itchiness, right? So what I do these days, but if you have to put in some effort, lah. I cut it around the patch here. So I remove the outer edge of the patch, and
The
it doesn't
transparent
itch.
part.
Yeah, the transparent part. But you careful not to go too near the white patch, because it will like open up. So you can see there's an inner circle there. Yeah, you just cut it around. Just cut it around, and then you try and see whether that will reduce the itchiness or not. For me, it works. It reduces the itchiness.
I
But you have to
Okay.
carry
Okay.
a pair of scissors everywhere you go now.
That's true. But then
Yeah.
the, how should I say, the stickiness also might not be there, isn't it? Because I think it's the transparent part that actually really holds the patch.
Yeah. It still sticks. You just don't cut it too near the white patch.
Okay.
Try it. You try and see.
All right. Thank
Mm.
you.
No problem. Thank you for your questions, Radiance.
Bye.
Let's see, I see some questions. Oh, can I patch a new one immediately after wearing it for 12 hours? Yes, you can. As long as it's a different patch. Okay. I mean every day for 1 year, is it too much? Too much of what? Oh, is it okay to patch X39 and Aeon every day for how long? I mean every day for 1 year, is it too much? No, it's not too much. Don't worry, you can use it every day. It's all right. So Anna, how about Aeon X39 can stay elevated? If stay elevated for which peptide? May I know? Albert, I missed the earlier part. Can you kindly post the recording? If so, how to access? Hi, Albert. I will share the recording and the slides to the leaders group chat. So if you're not in the part of the leaders group chat, you can always reach out to your upline who has sent you this invitation to join today's training. Okay, I think I should. Okay, if there's no more questions, I will end this session.